You are rewarded by taking the risks that people are often not willing to take. And you're going to find that successful people are just people who failed a lot and were capable of taking the beating all the way to the top of whatever hierarchy they were chasing. Example: a salesman who makes 200 calls a day and gets turned down 200 times every day until his first sale. Eventually, when this person gets good enough at sales, they're going to go close 2 sales per day, and then they're going to close 5 sales a day, and then they're going to close 20 sales per day. Eventually, this salesman's going to have a 10% close rate, and they're making $600,000 a year. People only ever see the end result. They only see the salesman who's making $600,000 a year. They don't see the thousands and thousands of calls that he had to make getting his ego hurt by every angry prospect who wanted nothing to do with him. And he's only successful because he was willing to fail over and over and over until eventually he figured out something that works and was able to start closing deals. Now, in school, when you're in school, the teacher's going to do something that's just puts kids in a bad way. She's going to give you this really bad habit. The teacher's going to ask a question to the class. And whenever they ask a question about a topic that you're about to cover, you know who gets socially rewarded? The person who already knows the answer. Here's what I mean. Your teacher's going to bring up a new topic that you're about to discuss, and they're going to say, does anybody know what an igneous rock is? And then some fucking kid's going to raise their hand because they do know what an igneous rock is. And the teacher's going to call on them, and the kid will say what an igneous rock is. And they're going to be like, oh my god, you're so smart. You already knew what an igneous rock is. Dude, fuck that. Fact memorization is a weak facsimile of intelligence. In fact, fact memorization is just a poor man's intelligence. Nobody's going to ever get rich off of the facts that they have memorized. You know what else doesn't make any sense? Testing. Testing doesn't make any sense. Why do you memorize 100 facts to prepare for the 10 questions that are going to be on the test? Because in real life, you can look at the test, you can see what questions are on it, and then you can go study those questions. Just the 10. No need to do the 90 other ones that had absolutely no bearing on what was going to make you successful. And furthermore, contrary to school, in real life, you can retake a test over and over and over while Googling the answers, and there is no arbitrary limit to how many times you're allowed to try taking the test again. As a matter of fact, the people who are successful are the people who retook the same test over and over and over until they fucking got it. Very rarely does somebody start a business that's profitable on their first or second or third try. And very rarely does somebody close a sale on their first, second, or third try. Why do you get only a first, second, and third try on a test? Sometimes the second and third you don't even get. Anyway, if you want to actually be financially successful once you're out of school, there's 3 big paradigms that school gives you that you're going to need to break right away. Okay, number 1, you're smart if you know the answer before you learn it. That's wrong. You should learn from the initial failure. Number 2, you can't collaborate with other people or look at your notes during a test. That is super wrong. Yes, you can collaborate on tests in real life, and you should. 3, learn what you think will be on the test before you take it, and then take it and see what you got. That's wrong, and exactly backwards. You should take the test, fail, that way you know exactly what's going to be on it, and then you know exactly what you need to learn before trying again. That's all.